The brand new Pixel 7a just dropped on May 10th, and I bought one from Best Buy on May 11th. This is Google's newest A-series phone with a new price tag. Now, while the 6a cost $450 at release, this one is $499, just $100 shy of the Pixel 7 at MSRP. Now, I've had a lot of folks asking me if they should snag one of these or get a Pixel 7, and I think I can provide a pretty solid answer for this. Now, first off, if you do want one of these, I would steer clear of the Google store. I've had 3 bad experiences ordering from the online store in the past year. The first time, they didn't send my Pixel 7 Pro that I had ordered until I complained to customer service. Then they finally shipped out my order. It's like they forgot that the order even existed. The second issue was when I tried to order a Pixel Watch screen protector last year, and they sent me one for a completely different watch. This year, I placed an order for the Pixel 7a, which was supposed to come with a pair of A-series Pixel Buds earbuds and a limited edition case for free. Now, I added 2 other cases to my cart. I used a coupon code to make those cases free, but that took away the promo deal on the buds and the limited edition case, so I ended up paying more for those. That's on me for not knowing that I could not stack deals during checkout, but the box that I received didn't even have the buds in it that I had paid for. So I had to prove to the customer service that the box wasn't opened after delivery. It was obviously a mistake at the warehouse because lo and behold, I already have a pair that I got last year, the A-series, and the box arrived, and my A-series box, because I always keep my boxes, it doesn't even fit in the shipping box that came with my order last week, so they sent me the buds this week separately. So I'm returning this entire order just out of frustration, and I bought the device from Best Buy instead, which came with a $50 store gift card, and now you can, even though it's only been out for 2 weeks, you can find this on sale on Amazon for a $50 discount. So it's entirely possible to find this for $450, so you don't have to pay the full price. Now, since I do sometimes have to buy the products to review, if you are finding this video helpful, a subscribe would mean a ton to me. Subscribing is a very simple way of showing me which videos you find helpful and valuable, and it's the easiest way to support your favorite channel. So huge thank you to everybody that subscribes, and thank you so much for helping me get to 100,000 subscribers. That's crazy. I can't wait to show you the plaque when it comes in, the silver play button. Oh, I'm so excited. So the Pixel 7a comes in a few different colors. There's coral, which is exclusive to the Google store, charcoal, snow, or sea. I like this pretty sea color, even though it's more of like a powdery blue color, more so than sea. Out of the box, I immediately noticed how lovely that brushed metal casing is around the edges. It looks really beautiful. The back is 3D thermoformed composite with an alloy frame, aka plastic. It weirdly attracts a lot of dog hair, especially if I'm using it around my dog. It just like sucks up all this dog hair. It's so weird. This thing is IP67 weather resistant. I think it's a very good build. It's very sturdy. The buttons don't rattle whenever you click them, so it's pretty clicky, and it feels generally well designed. It is slightly thicker than the Pixel 7 and the 7 Pro, and it is a smaller all-around form factor with a 6.1-inch display and some pretty noticeable bezels on the front, especially if I turn on my display. You can totally see the bezels around the edges. That doesn't bother me too much, but if you really like to have your edge screen scenario, then that might be something that bothers you. Now, even at the very highest of brightness modes enabled, this thing does not get very bright. It was somewhat hard to see when I was outside on a cloudy day at the Rockies baseball stadium. 1000 nits brightness is what I've seen quoted. It sounds like a lot, but when you're used to phones that can do like 1400 to 1750 nits brightness, then it is noticeable how dim this looks, especially in the sun. The 90 Hertz refresh rate, this should be more than enough. It should be plenty for most people. I did enable smooth display to automatically raise the rate from 60 to 90 for some content. I think the resolution is perfect for this size of phone, and of course you can customize your icon and font size in the settings if it's too large or small for your vision needs. Now, there is only one option for storage and memory, and that's 128 gigs of storage and 8 gigs of RAM. For my use cases, 128 gigs is just too little, but that's because I'm a content creator creator. I'm taking pictures and 4K videos all the time, and that's going to be plenty for most folks. Now, how's the processing? Well, this does come with the Tensor G2 chipset. I found it to be plenty reliable for the processing whenever I was multitasking, using a lot of entertainment, taking photos, taking videos. I didn't see a lot of lag or shutter issues when I was taking pictures. The only time I had a bit of issue with shutter lag when I was taking pictures is when I was in a very low brightness area and it was doing a lot more post-processing. Now, this also includes the Titan M2 security processor with 5 years of security updates, and it does support both fingerprint unlock with the updated sensor, which is still slower than Qualcomm's ones. See my fingerprint sensor comparison video for a deep dive, and there's also 2D face lock in here as well. This ships with Android 13, so you won't see any of the newer features available with Android 14 yet, but that will come eventually, and some older service patches, so make sure to go through your settings, update as needed when it arrives. If you are jumping from another Android 13 Pixel, this is not only going to be really easy to transfer all of your information over to this one with the integrated transfer apps, but this is also going to be a very similar experience with very similar features, so not too much to say there. Material U makes it look customized to your aesthetic, and the usability is going to be very, very similar to what you're used to. This model that I have here is the 5G sub-6 version. It will vary depending on your market. I didn't notice any connection problems on my local 5G or on Wi-Fi, which is supported up to Wi-Fi 6E. Now, Wi-Fi speeds are not as fast as my Pixel 7 Pro, but that may be because my Pro model has ultra wideband, so that might be why there's a difference there, especially when I was testing them side by side. As with any speed test, your mileage are going to vary. It will depend on a bunch of factors, such as your location, your barrier, cell phone carrier, etc. Charging was one thing I was a little disappointed on. I would say the charging speeds are kind of meh. 7.5 watts wireless charging, that's very slow for wireless charging nowadays, but it is the very first A-series phone that we have seen wireless charging in. So I'm glad that it's there, but the only time I would use it is overnight because it's so slow. 18 watts wired charging, that is slower than the 7 series flagships, but it is considered quick charge, so will be fast enough for most folks. It's got a 4385 milliampere hour battery in here, and that will get you a full day of use easily, especially if you use this with like 5 hours of screen on time. Here are some of my battery screenshots from the past week of usage. I do play a lot of YouTube videos in the background while I work, just as background noise, so I use that as a battery test to have the screen on. The audio quality comes out of 2 speakers. There's a dual speaker setup, one on the top, one on the bottom, and it's acceptable. It gets very, very loud, but it's kind of flat. Bass is lacking, but vocals for calls are very clear. Now, I did want to say a quick shout out to my newest supporters, including Sylvain B on Buy Me a Coffee, and Johan, Beauregard Slim, Low Waist High Melanin, Carrie Stone, and Mystic Geek here on Patreon memberships for joining the s'mores. Y'all get members only live streams each and every month and early access to videos and more random behind the scenes content. So huge thank you so much for supporting my channel. Now, here are the specs for the cameras. Feel free to pause this if you want to read over all the specs. On the rear, we have a 64 megapixel main camera and a 13 megapixel ultra wide and a 13 megapixel front facing selfie camera. Now, I will say that photography is very quick. I actually thought the photography was comparable to my Pixel 7. The photos are not too highly saturated. You got a really great depth of field, so really excellent bokeh or bokeh, depending on who you are. If you are using a Pixel, I actually recommend using the natural depth of field over portrait mode because the background blur looks so much more natural with the main camera. Getting macros are not great on here because there is no macro mode on this phone. Ultra wide photos, they are a little warped at the edges. You can definitely see that here, and that's usually corrected in software, and strangely it's not on this phone. Selfies look really good, especially on bright days. However, I did feel like a couple of them appeared a little washed out. I think the wide camera is plenty for taking pictures with other folks though, and you're gonna look great on these selfies. So I was pretty pleased with with them overall, except for the washed out colors. Like my hair color is very bright and cheerful, and I felt like it just looked kind of bland and meh in one of these photos. All of the videos you see here are recorded at 4K 30, though it can go up to 60. I didn't have any overheating issues. I thought the videos were smooth, the audio sounds fine, but if I was recording specifically for my job, I would definitely use an external mic. So, based on MSRP, not the sales prices, $500, I would go with the Pixel 7 instead. So where is my Pixel 7? It's right here. All right, so across the board, I would say the Pixel 7 is so similar, but it's the little things, like the more premium casing on this one compared to this one, the slightly faster charging speeds, the optional upgrade to go up to 256 gigs of storage, especially if you can find a 7 on sale, like I had mentioned in my Pixel 7 review a couple of weeks ago. Now that it's older, you can find good deals on it. This one, sometimes you can find it for 50 bucks off. I mean, I just saw that deal show up on Amazon, even though it's 2 weeks old. It was a lot easier for me to justify buying an A series when the price point was farther apart, and there was a very defined difference between the flagships and the mid-tier lines. Now that difference is a little less defined. Now, if you want to, you can see my full review of the Pixel 7 over here to compare to the 7a, and you can check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy as well. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Bye, y'all.